Good afternoon, my name is Teresa Ocampo, and this is my video response to the case study part 1 in SPED 323 with Dr. Syker. The first question, what would you define as the top 5 priorities for supporting the family? So the Morales family, which consists of Mr. and Mrs. Morales, who are new to the school district and recently immigrated to the United States, currently live with relatives in an apartment in the west side of Chicago. They have 3 children, Gabby, a 6-year-old, who is typically developing, and 4-year-old twin boys, Edgar and Jaime, who are born prematurely and have cerebral palsy. The 5 priorities that I consider are essential for the family is to seek medical support, such as Medicaid, and this could be for the entire family, and if the parents are not eligible, they can do like a sliding scale at a clinic, and then the children will receive the medical services, and this would be for Gabby and 2 boys, Edgar and Jaime. So that would be first because they have piling medical bills as well. So once they apply under Medicaid, the qualifying children, including Edgar and Jaime with cerebral palsy, they'll be fully covered for all services considered necessary by their doctor. So this can include like the cerebral palsy programs. Since they're born prematurely, they have developmental delays, physical, social, emotional, and in the cognitive domains. Also, they can receive in-home care, medication and medical supplies, and physical and behavioral services, and transportation. Another priority would be providing a translator for the IEP meetings. So the parents typically both attend the meetings, and Mr. Morales sometimes struggles to understand and speak English, so he relies mostly on his wife. So that is one of the concerns that I have for the family, that a translator would facilitate communication. Also, another priority would be establishing and having the family participate in after-school programs or daycare, such as the ones offered in the Chicago Park District. And then there, the children, including Gabby, can play under the supervision of trained staff. Another one would be to get the family in touch with the community liaison officer at the school to provide them more information and access to community organizations such as the food pantry, housing, and employment. And then along with the community liaison, another priority would be provide information to help the family adjust since they are living with relatives, and provide care to alleviate some of their tasks, and provide transportation because there may be numerous activities or appointments. Next question. What services, public or private, would you suggest for meeting the need of this family? How would you ensure that the family obtains these services? What steps might need to be taken to ensure that this happens? So to begin with, I thought of the children, and of course the parents can participate in this as well. The Chicago Park District. So within the Park District, there's various locations across the city. So they have parks, beaches, museums, and there's trained staff to provide programs and activities and services to families and individuals. So for example, the parents can participate like in a Zumba class or a musical class. And then for the children, Gabby, Edgar, and Jaime, there's after school programs available, or spring break camp or summer camp when school's not in session. So the children can participate in sports, arts and crafts, music, field trips, and camp programs. Next would be the Illinois Department of Human Services. This is where the family can apply for Medicaid and for maybe food assistance, such as the SNAP program. Next would be the Shriner Children's Chicago. And here they can be in touch with the care team management consisting of nurses and social workers who can help guide families. And here the twins, Edgar and Jaime, can receive the health care they need without the financial burden because they do offer financial assistance. So the family can seek health care regardless of their financial abilities. And then also the United Cerebral Palsy of Chicago. I would suggest this for the family because they offer other programs such as respite care, where it provides caretaking for the children, for the families. So it helps the parents have a peace of mind and relax and renew their energy. So it's a 24-hour day commitment that serves family members with severe multiple physical disabilities. Next would be the St. Mary of Angels Church. That's where the family attends for church. And within the St. Mary of Angels Church, they can get in touch with the Catholic Charities of Chicago. That's from the Archdiocese of Chicago. And they support families with immigration. They have over 150 programs. And they also help with housing, food, and child development services, and also help senior community-based services, so this can go for the grandmother. And also they offer child care, and should the parents need it. Next would be the school's community liaison to support and reach out to the school nurse and social worker. So I can ensure that the family obtain these services by providing them with detailed information and a description of the services. Like, for example, there's a park district, but there's numerous locations. I can pin it down to the most closest park location and have like a printout of flyers of what the programs consist of and who can participate in them. Perhaps even having the time. I can also set up an appointment to help them make the phone call with them if they need support. With being bilingual, I can support the parents with making the phone call, asking questions, and meeting with the family, see if they have any questions before getting in touch with the organization. Also, I can get in touch with the organization and let them know that there's a family interested in beginning the process to start with them. Next question. What 5 collaboration strategies would you utilize to successfully align with this family so that your relationship is strengthened with them and your suggestions for interventions are most likely accepted and your recommended supports are most likely implemented? So to begin with, I would provide a translator to enhance communication. I would also ask the parents what their preferred communication style is. Do they prefer email, phone calls, letters? Now, some case managers or IEP team members do text messages or Google Meets. And then also, as described in Collaborate, Communicate, Differentiate, the authors Murensky and Spencer describe that there is a transactional or inclusive approach of communication. So in this approach, all parties have input and all input is valued. So make sure that I listen to them, have active listening. We're in a quiet setting, appropriate setting, such as a round table where we can discuss and share ideas. And then also having an agenda discussing what will be shared in the meeting and being prepared to provide the service, the organizations and the services. Next question, what natural supports would you utilize to help this family? Discuss how these natural supports will augment or enhance your recommendations for services in order to more effectively connect the family with the community and increase their autonomy. So the natural supports, even though the family is new to the school, get them in touch with like the parent group at the family at the school and also the community liaison. Also, the parents in the after-school program, such as in the park district. The church members would also be natural support and can facilitate the contact with the Catholic charities, or they may already know the Catholic charities that's within their own church or a surrounding church. So this can enhance it by helping initiate contact with organizations. Some parents from the school may also be at the park district. There has been occasions where some parents even carpool from the school to the next activity, or if there's a game or musical event, they can attend, or a neighborhood event from the Chicago Park District too. And also they can inform the parents of like free days at the museum or events for children. Next question, describe any issues of bias that you might bring to the table that may inhibit effective work with the family. Define your plan of action to addressing these issues or accommodating them so your performance will be most effective. So according to the article Psychology Today, there may be some biases that I may bring to the table. I mean, when reading the family's characteristics, there were some that I could relate to based with family or previous experience. The first bias from the article of Psychology Today, the 12 common biases that affect how we make everyday decisions, would be the Dunning-Kruger effect. There is that the more you know, the less confident you feel on, sharing information. You may be like, oh, this may not be the case, so, or proceeding with caution. On the other hand, if you don't know much about something, you make it look like it's simple. You simplify the concept. The next would be confirmation bias. This is kind of tying to the Dunning-Kruger effect. This is where we favor more of our ideas. We're like, I know this will work. But in this case, it would be best to challenge our knowledge and ask open-ended questions in an inclusive approach. The next would be the optimistic bias. That's where I believe that everything will work out, especially if I know that it has worked out in previous scenarios or with previous relationships. I may bring that optimistic, oh, it will work out when working with the Morales family, and not be aware of their concerns, stress, or even emotions. The next one would be the fundamental attribution, such as stereotyping. It was stated that the dad does not like to attend, Mr. Morales does not like to attend the meetings, and puts it more on the mother because it's the mother job. So that could be like stereotyping, like using my culture to state that the dad does not want to participate. So it's important to really focus on the family, their needs and concerns, and set the biases aside because they can inhibit effective working with the family. Thank you.